CS now, and that DD in his bottle is not going to make life any easier for the Wind Ranger in the mid lane. As SF is having an absolutely fantastic start. Top lane though, apologies for missing it, but Moon and Saxa going in and getting the line for the second time this game. That second time down. RP's actually going to TP in on this one. Saxa and Moon might look to play with him. They have another burrow strike. So what they do, Moon's going to go in, and they're going to just right click him down. They've still got a range creep tanking up the tower, and RP will get away.
Damage.
No, it's not going to be quite enough.
Moon got very low. It was RP's waiting to use the battery assault. I was surprised he caught Saxa alone in it, and he didn't want to use the battery assault. Nice dodge of the Splinter Blast, and Moon was in. Close. Oh god, Moon's going to have such a fast blink dagger at this rate.
Look at the money. 5 minutes in and 1,600 gold.
They're pushing the tower too. The cold embrace on the creep just to.
I mean, what the hell is the clock doing? I mean, does he want to give Moon like the quickest blink we've seen in?
There is fog in that area, and I think that was partly why, where he like wasn't expecting Moon to still be there because it's nighttime. You don't have great vision there, but yeah, still a big mistake there. Like you say, give Moon everything he could hope for in this lane.
I mean, but this blink dagger time is really. It's going to be 6-minute blink. It really is at this rate.
It is now at 5.5 minute level 6 on Beastmaster. So good timing. He's smoked up, looking for that first raw kill.
He smoked up just in the last.
And Argent's been gone on a mid, but he didn't go down. He's now bottling up and he wants to turn around.
Can they actually get anything with this smoke? Because DC know about this. That last few seconds of that ward gave them the intel.
Okay.
So they know that WG smoked up and they're ready. They're prepared. They're backing up. Santa's there. They do have the number advantage at the moment, but as you can see, the scan from DC, they know exactly where Arfu and Kangaroo are. So
This is, if anything, they can use this to bait.
I mean, this could get very bloody.
And he went back to home, so the big thing is there he's now got full HP and mana. Like, it's a very selfless play. Often you're like, okay, I got my blink, but I want to stay in my lane and keep farming, or I want to just buy my blink from the side shop and not TP home. But he TP'd back to base to make sure he's able to fight now.
We're going to see DC trying to show WG how to smoke. I think they were still in the trees. There was some at the front of it. I don't think it caught it.
Yeah, there was the hawk there, but it was just out of range of the smoke, I want to say.
So let's see what Moon gets to jump. No point in epicenter yet. It looks like he doesn't need it. Straight in with the burrow strike misery as well. Bring him down low. A good shackle shot. Clash brings Archie low, but not quite low enough. Archie comes in with the cogs. They do end up finishing the SF with the blast from Saxon. Now they'll turn towards Arthur. A second burrow strike from Moon, catching out the clock as DC get away with the 2 kills in the mid lane. And Moon continuing his rise to more and more money. Hey, he must have spent some money then. Got some on the curry. Oh, okay, he didn't. I don't know where that money went. That's odd.
On Moon Sanking.
Yeah. You just got involved.
They bought the. Oh, yeah, I didn't get one for the TP. It was like a. I don't think he got any money for it.
Oh, I guess was he just.
He was out of range. Yeah. It was the Splinter Blast.
Miles away, yeah.
Yeah, so I think only the Wyvern got any gold for it. So yeah, he was just. It was like out of range. He basically got nothing because of. For the kill itself, but he obviously his team get a lot. They're up now 5-0. They've had the Naga Siren 3 farming. Rezo is still the offlane.
Misery has walked into a bit of a kerfuffle here. Misery has to keep himself alive. He's trying his best here with the Soul Rip and the Decay, but it's not enough. There's 4 WG Unity surrounding him and bringing him down. So they get themselves the first kill on the board here, WG. But still, I mean, not just Moon that's having a good game. We look at Rezo, and he is top of the CS. And at the start, we saw him have a pretty easy lane, and then obviously Nana came down on the lifestealer trying to cause some issues, but those issues were pretty minor. As 8 minutes in, Resolution is going to be very happy with how this game's over.
Yeah, it's really nice. The big thing is they kill the SF there, because Sanking, it's kind of like an opportunity cost where he stops himself farming. He could have kept farming in top lane. He could have likely taken that T1 tower. He was king of the top lane. He was creep skipping past the tower. He got down to 300 HP, but instead of pushing the T1 tower, he rotates mid, so you have to get the SF kill there. Any other hero wouldn't have really been worth it, but breaking the SF, taking down his soul count, and slowing down his farm is the big thing there, but it's still WG. Good position to. They're looking to jump up top.
He's not having a good time down bottom.
Yeah, he's getting bullied a lot.
He really is. I mean, he's trying to do his best to hang around. The Riptide keeps bringing him low, so he plays around with the idea of staying close, but a quick solo comes in and finishes him off. Nova was nearly in trouble as well, but of course, nothing they can do to stop
top lane top lane clockwork's going on, but should get out. Caustic's not enough. Okay.
It looks like this kind of progression. You see the fact that Resolution's getting himself involved in kills as well. Now they're putting pressure on the bottom tier 1. 6-1. It's looking like DC are just on another level at the moment in this game. You get misery here. No points. Cool. I saw Zora.
Straightforward solo kill.
Yep.
Nice, just keeping on the trees there. You don't see that TP coming in, it's not going to work, but just toggle for over the tree life has TP'd nicely. And Nana, at least now back to full HP, level 8, he's in an alright position to farm up his armor and probably then look to. Ideally for WG, you want to try and get clock level 6 at some point because that's where the life stealer can really come into play, having the vehicle for his infest ganks. Alternatively, you go around with the Beastmaster, but life stealer doesn't want to go right away. He wants to ideally finish an armlet before he starts taking part in fights. Unless the fights come to him, Beastmaster can smoke to his lane. It's more life stealer doesn't want to give up farming the lane. They are in fact looking for that Naga Siren kill, but Rezo, some good map awareness will get him out of there.
Avoiding the movement of Kangaroo, Nana, and Arfu down the bottom lane. Now DC Misery now being smoked up. With the epicenter of the ready, they could look to try and put a stop to this push coming in from WG. It's in it. Come on, you need to get a jump on. They got more backup as well. Rezo and Saxon coming in. And this could be a little messy as DC, they've already got the lockdown straight away onto the clockwork. Of the cogs trying to have the TP out, but the damage, it should be more than enough. But no, the cogs
Even verified.
that the infused raindrop of the one there saving him.
That was a sick play, using the cogs to block off everyone. He knows that Winter Wyvern had the curse, but the cast range was likely too far for him. If he walked forward, he hits the cogs, he may not get it off, and is it really worth it just to kill a clockwork there? So, great cogs TP and nice escape. Afu gets himself out of there. Seems like WG are going to prioritize getting Lions level 6. He's taken over this top lane for now, so he'll get his level 6 and then probably smoke up with the Beastmaster, give a lane to the Clockwork, because once Lions 6, then it's like, okay, Lions got 6, stop farming a lane, give a lane to Clockwork, and come and gank with us. So WG Uni have what they've worked out for them. DC are winning the early game hard with the Naga Siren. They've taken multiple towers now, they've got this Blink Dagger. It's DC making all the right moves, getting good farm with Naga Siren. 2k gold already. WG have to respond to this. They can't try and farm their way back in, they have to get kills.
They really do those levels. Incredibly crucial. They do look like they want to try and do something up top, but already, the vision that DC have, they're aware of this, and they may even want to try and do something reaction. Sax is coming, Moon's there as well, and Misery's also making his way up towards this top tier 1. So they are going to look to try and put a stop to whatever WG Unity want to pull out on this top lane. And indeed, at the moment, it's going all watched. They've got their number.
Yeah, it's really what you mentioned. The vision has just been really good by DC. As a line when you've just hit level 6, like if you die as a line after using Figure to get killed, it's fine.
Kangaroo's playing around it, but they see it all. Yeah. They jump in, he will try for TP, and he may just keep himself alive, but again, playing the map, I think it would do WG Unity's best interest to just avoid this part entirely before they can get good control over it in terms of vision themselves, as it's a little bit of a death trap at the moment.
Rewatch this replay and be like, oh, that's where the ward is, because they've got 2 sentries up there. They put the sentries in the common ward spots on that cliff as well as in the lane, but it's not a lane ward. It's actually a much more defensive ward than you'd expect. But when you think about it, you're playing with a Naga Siren. You're the team that wants to just sit back defensively. You don't really care about kills with DC. Yeah, you're up 7-2, but your main priority right now is getting Naga Radiant. Number 2 priority, get win range of some farm. Number 3 priority, get some kills in your Sand King. But they're managing to do all 3 of those thanks to the Great Wards.
Talking about Naga, it's Relic is complete.
That is very
good timing. It's very, very good timing indeed.
Making that same move up top, again the same ward scene. This is just WG kind of bringing numbers, basically making a show of force to force the tower. Something that DC can't really. They're trying to defend it with the Splinter Blast, but Beastmaster doing a good job to zone the win rate. Oh, they got the
hook shot. So they should get something out of this one as well as just the tower. And indeed, the hook shot into Raw. They look for Saxa. He's making them work for it. Finally goes down there to a raise from Arjit.
It's not the most worthwhile kill in tower. That they bring 5 heroes to force the tower. Saxa didn't have to die there, but he was more just trying to delay it. Like if he managed to outplay them there with a couple good Splinter Blasts or like a Winter's Curse from the trees, he could have made some sick plays there. But him dying doesn't really hurt DC at all. It was just him trying to make a play. It didn't work.
Smart. They can a little ambitious there with how 5 moves forward. DC immediately punishing him there for that movement, just hanging in the lane. The rest of the team are back, but Kangaroo said, boys, I got this tier 2. DC said,
this is a nice invisor. This.
Oh, Aye. He wants to.
He almost had that lined up, but we, some sixth sense, brought him back a different direction. That could have been a game changing Invisering potentially, but no, not the case. I ideally want to find the Naga with it. Naga deep in the jungle and not a direction the SF wants to walk into when you don't really know where or you're going to you feed running in there with an Invisering. It's like, it's a disaster for an SF at that point. But Necro won up, so again, they've still got this Finger of Death. It's been good, like 7 minutes we've had Finger up and not used. That's just wasted the line, not really getting much done if you're not using Finger. Hasn't been able to contribute too much. I mean, similarly, we haven't seen that Infest yet from the life, so they could look to Power. Who's going to go into the Hawk. There's another nice little synergy you can do. Hawk is going to go flying over those trees on the east side of the map, and they're looking to make some little nifty plays around this bottom lane. Ideally catching out the Winter Wyvern, but that's a hard hero to kill.
This is he actually get the kill with this pretty deep. Is he ready to jump? He actually does. In the midst of 4 members, he's got the backup on its way. Hookshot's gonna miss though, unfortunately. WG have to think about becoming a beautiful 2-man pro strike. Jacqueline's not gonna